monsters in your life? Yes, monsters. So I was recently at High Performance Academy and I was listening to Brendon Burchard talk, and I want to give him credit for this because what he talked about was that when we hate, we create monsters. And this really is so true because we make whatever it is we say we hate bigger and bigger and bigger until it's this big, ugly monster, right? And we don't want to do that. Do you want to do that? I don't want to do that. So we have to be really careful when we say we hate something, that, we pay attention to what we're creating. It's easy enough to say, to get in a situation, for instance, at work, where you're unhappy with your boss, and then to start saying, I hate my boss. And the boss goes from just this guy or woman who maybe you don't get along with, who criticizes your work or complains that you're late or whatever it is. They go from just this person to becoming this monster. And so it's important to pay attention to when you start doing that. And we can do this with friends, with family members, with our significant other, with our kids. We really could do it with almost anything. And that is, it just starts as soon as we say, I hate this. And it's, even easier to talk about hate when it's not somebody close to you. I mean, I think most of us do that fairly commonly. I even say, I hate that. I hate Brussels sprouts. I always say that. I hate Brussels sprouts. And so the more I say it, the bigger monstery Brussels sprouts they become. But in our current political climate, there are a lot of people, hating the president, hating Congress or Senate, hating all kinds of people, hating someone who abuses children, or someone who shoots off a gun at a bunch of innocent people watching a concert. It's easy to hate. It's easy to hate terrorists. And what I want to propose to you is not to condone behavior that you don't like, not to just say, have to say you love Brussels sprouts, but to put yourself in other people's shoes, because you never know why they behave the way they do. And sometimes their behavior actually comes from a condition, mental, emotional, physical condition that requires compassion. And again, I'm not, for instance, saying that acts of terrorism are okay, but if you can put yourself in the shoes of a terrorist, a gunman, a boss, somebody a murderer, if you can put yourself in your shoes and begin to see through their eyes and begin to ask yourself, what must they have been feeling? Why must they have been feeling that? What were they thinking? Doesn't make their actions right, but it helps you understand why they do what they do. And when you can understand why people do what they do, you can have some more compassion, and you begin to reduce them from monsters to human beings again. And I think that's really important for us to remember, that we're all human beings and we all struggle with a variety of different things. And sometimes we're conditioned by society. Sometimes we've had bad things to happen to us and nobody's helped us to get over them. Sometimes we don't feel understood. When we begin to see that, we reduce the monster down to a person. And I think that's really important. It's important for us to think about that in terms of other races, other people who come from, who are just different than us. And when we can see them as people, it changes. So I remember there was a documentary that was done that showed Arab children and Israeli children, and they had never actually talked to someone. The Israelis hadn't talked to Arabs, and the Arabs hadn't talked to Israelis, and they hated each other until they got to know each other. And then they realized they were all the same. They were all the same. And so that's what I'm talking about. We have to get to know people. We have to stop saying we hate people and begin trying to understand people. And then even if we don't like what they do, or we don't agree with it, or we think it was wrong, we can stop hating. And that way we don't create so many monsters. And those could be, as I said, monsters in your personal life, or monsters, anywhere out there in the world. So that's what I'd like to inspire you to do today, to watch yourself when you say you hate something and see whether you can't change that language to I dislike it or I don't understand it, right? And in that way, be more compassionate and not put all that bad, hateful energy out into the world. So that's it for today. I am Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I am a certified high performance coach, one of about 300 or 400 elite certified high performance coaches working around the world. I am also an author coach and a blog coach and author trainer and an author and speaker. But what I love to do most is to work with people in the area of personal development to help you fulfill your potential, fulfill your purpose, and to get from where you are now to where you want to go, to live fully and realize your dreams. So if I can help you do that, if you think I can help you do that, or you would like to know if I can help you do that, go on over to ninaamir.com and click on the Certified High Performance Coaching button and scroll down the page and fill out the application, and we can get together for a whole hour and chat, have a strategy session, and see whether certified high performance coaching is something that you're interested in. You could always email me there from my site, and there's a free ebook to download, and just look around to find lots of things. So that's it for today. I hope that inspired you to stop creating big monsters in your life and in the world. And until next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.